Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to Just Gaming today. Today we're going to try a new game demo that's out called Legionbound. I've played it a little bit, put some points in the skill tree and stuff. The skill tree is quite extensive. Um, so you can see here, there's quite a bit of stuff to do here. Um, from what I've seen on the skill tree, you don't get a ton of skill gems, at least for at the moment. I've got 1343 set up. What I tried to do is open up different classes here so I can see what they do. This game has a ton of different classes. It's all an auto fight with some limited interactions for the player. You kind of manage your team, hire your team, do some consumables, pick up some stuff. It's there's not a lot of interaction, but it is fun building that party. And I think once you get this skill tree open up somewhat, there'll be some very interesting combinations you can probably put together. So it's pretty cool. So what I wanted to do with my points thus far is just kind of open up these first classes. So there's Brawler, Mercenary, Swashbuckler, Bard, and Druid. And then what I wanted to do is try and push for this Guardian. I really like big defensive type guys and open up, a first. I believe this locked one is a keystone, but I'm not sure. Maybe this is the keystone. I'm not sure what's what. But anyways, this one's 500 to get, so all heroes get 10% boost to defense. So that's a pretty good overall skill to pick up there. So let's see. So return. So the game in its essence, I haven't done any adventures. I think the adventures are going to be part of the game when it comes out. Um, it looks like it might be out soon, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. I think April 27th, I thought it was mentioned, but I could be wrong on that. But I do advise picking up this demo if this game appeals to you. So the thing I liked about it, lots of different places to adventure. You see, and they're all locked, so you kind of got to work through this progression. I've only ever played in the deep woods. We'll do the deep woods here again. The Dusty Canyon is open. Um, but oh, that's one thing I wanted to check in the skill tree is do I have the ability to kind of unlock? I would assume that it would be somewhere over here. I was wondering, like, improve the party size. Like the starting party, I can only get like one, or I can only get 5 people together. So, I don't see anywhere in particular, but maybe it's up this one. Let's see. These are rerolls. To disable string party selection. Well, I'm not sure. I'd have to check the whole tree, but I am interested in trying to figure out if there's any way to grow your party. Yeah, so there's definitely a bunch of different classes. There's tons and tons of classes. But what I see is the classes have something called like synergy stuff too. I'm not really sure how to make that happen, but I made it happen once with a rogue and he became an assassin. So there's kind of cool stuff like that. There's lots of different modifiers that you can put on. Before you go on you can select an area, right? And quest. So beat wave 25, I need to beat wave 100. So I have beaten wave 50. So that you can select your party. And so here I got a warrior and cleric. I've kind of kept these duos together and kind of messed around with the other ones. So this is what I tried last time. We just picked up the brawler. So let's throw a brawler in. We got a swashbuckler. And you can like right click and see their character sheet. So hard-hitting master of fisticuffs, adept at breaking an opponent's guard, striking at their weaker points, learns synergy from question mark. Cannot be critically hit, strikes one enemy with a physical punch, deals massive damage to one enemy if it finishes them off. Repeat, each hit deals less damage but stuns. Interesting. Okay, well, now the one thing I wanted to see was this rogue learns energy from the duelist. Aha. So I'm wondering if you kind of expose those things as you go along. So let's check here. Bard, Brawler. Yeah, because I had a ranger, or I had a rogue next to a duelist, and all of a sudden the rogue was able to kind of grow into an assassin. So that was interesting. So I guess you got to kind of position your characters around and see kind of what they can grow into. The other thing I want to try was a mercenary. I haven't tried the mercenary yet. I did try the swashbuckler last time. I'm not sure if they did great or not. I would like another kind of ranged dude. Let's go with this run to start. This doesn't mean your party is locked into these 5 characters. You get a lot more characters as it progresses, but we'll go ahead and start with those and see how this works out. Now you can position your characters around here. I'm going to put all these guys in the front because they're kind of frontline guys. Then I'm going to put my cleric kind of here too. Then we got my mercenary here. I'm not sure that the mercenary is where he's exactly supposed to be, but let's get things started here. You can speed up the game or slow it down. You can pause it. You can watch your gold go up. When you get enough gold, you can go to this higher screen. For the couple of times I've played, I try to get to the higher screen before it flips. You can see this like little counter building up here. It'll refresh the screen once it hits that top part. So I try to get in there before. You can pick up these items too. So there are some things that you end up getting to pick up. So I'm going to hit the higher screen real quick here. So I have a druid, a brawler, and a rogue available. Now I don't have a rogue. I like some diversity, and I don't have this. Now things are cheaper in the beginning. So if you're going to get stuff now. Obviously the characters and stuff aren't as good. They're all level 3. So they kind of try and mimic what you already have out. Now the druid was interesting because it has like this aura. I'm not exactly sure what the aura does, but yeah, there we go. So I got everybody in the aura and see how that goes. So I'm collecting some skill gems. We have 121. Our hire has refreshed, so we've got a new screen of purchasables. Yeah, and you kind of just fight stuff, and then eventually you get to the point where, this is saying very easy, it's ticking along. The difficulty will change, and some bosses will come along. Just see how the party does. Sometimes the party doesn't make it very far. So I've tried a couple different runs where the synergy or what was going on really just didn't. Ooh, claim bounty. That's interesting. The synergy really just didn't happen, so my party kind of just died. So before it flips, I'm going to go check things again. So we have Bard, Swashbuckler, and Brawler. Then we have these items. So the items you can click on and take a look at. All heroes gain 10% strength. Now 10% strength seems pretty good. I am going to purchase that item. And then we don't have a Swashbuckler or a Bard. So let's get one of each of those and just get their interactions going. So the Swashbuckler I'm going to throw here in the front line. Bard I'll throw right here, so is within the druid's little aura too. So here's refreshed again. Let's see what we're going to have offer. Swashbuckler, Brawler. Ooh, plate armor. Yeah. Well, I'd love to get both of these items. So the items are going to be what I'm going to focus on here. Now the items are kind of like relics. We've been playing a lot of Slay the Spire 2. They kind of go up here and just have an overall effect on the game. Now, I think you have to pick up these gems when they're down on the ground. I'm not sure if they eventually come up or not, or if they just kind of go away. So I always click on them just to make sure I can probably get at least one of these. Let's get the plate armor. So everybody in the front line. So when you look at the characters, if they're in the very front thing, I think they're going to get that bonus. I'd really need a little bit more gold here. And let's go get this other item here, this Ring of Health. So everybody gets 10% max hit points. I think that is really good. Those items are quite good. I've not had these. These are 3 of the ones that I've liked quite a bit. But there's a lot of items, so I've never gotten all 3 of these, easily enough. Now I'm passing over adding more characters. You see, I can get up to 50 characters out here, so you can collect quite a team of characters there. So I'd love to pick up another cleric and a ranger. So I think we're going to focus fire the cleric first because he's pretty close. Snag those gems. Brawler seems like I like that little uppercut thing that he did. All right, let's hire this cleric just to make sure we get him. Just want another cleric. I'm gonna throw another cleric up here. We need, I think we can actually hire the ranger too. So ranger's the first guy I'm going to throw in the back. They're kind of a class that can do well from the back. Now this like tangled dirt is from the druid. The druid casts like Dungeons and Dragons and Tangle spell, and you can see it makes everybody move a little slower, does a little bit of damage. It's kind of cool. You can click on each of these characters at any point in time and kind of see, you know, what they have, what their health is, strength, all that type of stuff. You can see what each thing does. So it is pretty good at kind of relaying information. I wish there was an explanation here on this pop-up that said, hey, dexterity does XYZ. But, you know, you kind of just assume what things do at this point. I assume that when the full game comes out, there'll be more information and whatnot. But so far, you know, there's a decent amount of details there. So I don't think I want anything else here. Let's see. That might not be bad, but I don't know if I'll get enough gold before it flips. And I did. So I am going to go ahead and buy this shield of deflection as well. Let's go real strong defense. I haven't focused on items as much as I have in this run. So it'll be interesting to see how well this goes. So far, you know, if you go over people, their hit points look okay. Now, another thing that'll come up with the higher screen is you'll be able to purchase spells, which end up over here. Your mana bar comes up. Now, this guy I have yet to defeat. He's very tough. I'm going to go ahead and, well, I was going to. I'm going to go ahead and buy this consumable here. And then I'm also going to, well, I guess not. I'm just going to do a bunch of damage to everybody and see what that ends up doing. So he's at about 2/3. This dude ended up killing my whole group before, so I'm a little nervous that he's going to do that again. I'm going to get this wizard out here and see if it can start doing some damage. I need to go back here. I usually put wizards and arrow guys right in the back. You can kind of think of front line, medium, and then far range. Hopefully I can end up killing this guy, and this one doesn't end here so soon. Now, the quicker you kill them, the easier it is too, because this difficulty keeps churning there. So I haven't seen anybody die yet, but we're getting close up here. I don't have the ability to heal my guys. It's up to my clerics. You can get a heal spell, but man, I really need this guy dead here. So he's at 1.6. Heroes refresh, 208. Nothing I can buy. I feel like we lost some guys here. I thought we had more guys, but when you kill the boss, you get these idols. Now, most of the idols have a positive and a drawback. So here we got all heroes gain 20% lifesteal, but lose 20% max HP. Hero stats increase 20%, but they take damage over time. All heroes gain 50% thorns. Strength and magic reduced by 10. Now, I've tried this one before. I'm going to do this and see if we get some extra damage off of our heroes getting hit. I don't know. I don't know if anybody died. Oh, no, a brawler's still there. So at 587, I'd like to add some dudes. I'm going to go ahead and add another warrior. We'll add a rogue too because we don't have a rogue yet. So I am going to put the rogue back here, and we'll throw our warrior maybe here. So you see, it's more about, you know, your participation in the game is, you know, picking up items. And I don't know what those potions do. I think when you pick them up, it heals everybody, but they disappear after a while. So you really don't have a ton of time with them from what I saw. But maybe that changes as you go through the game. I'm not sure. And so far, this group's been doing okay. We're on wave 27. If we can get to 50, that'll, I think 59 or 60 something is about highest I've gone. So here's refreshed again. We have a ranger, we have a wizard, and we have a swashbuckler. Ring of Health. Frost Nova spell. So first spell. I think I'm going to get a swashbuckler and throw him up front. I yeah, we have one already, but they're supposed to be like a frontline dude. So I guess we have three swashbucklers now. I didn't realize we had three of them, but that's all right. They seem good. They it's chance to counterattack, and then front row heroes gain a 50% chance to counterattack for 10 seconds. So basically give counterattack to themselves. They have counterattack themselves and give it to others. So it's kind of a cool ability there. Now, I don't have any spells yet. I think we're going to need one here. I really do need something. I need that mana bar. We have a resource that we're not using. It's not even visible right now. So this guy I just purchased, he's about ready to die. So yeah, and the potion did heal him, so that's good. So 351. I'd really like to buy a spell. I don't think I've had Frost Nova yet. I had like a Fire Comet, a heal, and what was the other one? I forget what the other one was. There was one other that I had. It was pretty good too. The heal's obviously good because you can do like a targeted group heal. Let's see what we got. So we don't have a spell, but we have Amulet of Bloodthirst, which increase action gauge by 1% when an enemy dies. That seems pretty good. There's a lot of enemies dying, and your abilities do have a dramatic effect, but I can't purchase it right now because I don't have enough monies. Let's save the monies. This just turned, so I'm going to see if that potion starts to kind of blink. Yeah, I see how it's blinking. I think it's going to disappear once it blinks. So there, we got a lot of money right there. Okay, so we're about 800. So warrior, wizard, ranger. We could do almost two dudes. I'm going to try this one. I haven't purchased this Amulet of Bloodthirst yet, so let's go ahead and do that. We got a lot of items, but seem to be cranking along okay. Let's see here. 386, and I think we need around 400 and something to purchase another person. If we get a little bit more, we could refresh. I'm kind of thinking I want to refresh and see if I can find a cleric. Ah, cleric. Yeah, another healer would be very good right now. So I'm going to do that. Put the other cleric right there. Whatever aura this druid is spinning out, trying to keep as many people that normally don't bunch them up like this, a little easier to see what's going on. But I'd like to get a duelist and get a duelist next to this rogue and see if we can synergize and get them to be an assassin. I don't think we have a duelist showing up yet. Yeah, we don't have enough money either, so kind of accumulate some cash. See if we can find a duelist. Not seeing anybody else working synergies either. So I don't know. Maybe you need the wizard to kind of be close to do some synergies. Not quite sure. This guy looks like he might be building synergy. Have to see. Put that back here again. They just take too much damage up here, so yeah, we're almost ready to go here. So 500. So let's check our. So I'm going to get all those. Ooh. Let's check here real quick. Duelist. Inspect. Hire. And I don't have a mercenary yet. I can't hire the mercenary yet. I'm going to do the duelist right here so it's next to those two rogues and see if they'll start getting some synergy. I think this one's building synergy too. See those yellow bars? I think maybe they build synergy off of those. Oh, they might not be a synergy class. So it said there were two types of classes. It said there was like an ascendancy and a synergy. So I think see this one building synergy here. I think these are looking to ascend. So I've never seen an ascension happen. So that would be interesting if that happened in this one. There was like little tutorial messages. I think these yellow bars are the synergies and ascensions. So let's see, we're at 700. Oh, I wanted to get this mercenary. Let's get him real quick higher. There we go. I'm gonna put the mercenary next to, I don't see any yellow bar popping up there. I don't see any yellow bar there either. So I'm gonna just keep the dude there. Dex hero. I'm hoping one of these swashbucklers will turn into something. You can see the yellow bar is almost topped out there. Now they build this synergy by being next to the character that they're synergized with. These guys seem to just be doing that on their own unless I can't see their synergies at the moment. So let's see, 1157. So Druid, Wizard, Ranger. I have all of those. We need Errata Healing and Amulet of Bloodthirst. I might get another Druid and see if I can get another aura going over here. Let's do that. So clerics are starting to do the divine intervention. We don't have a spell. I'm just going to let money accumulate. Would really like to get a spell going because we're essentially just wasting a resource that isn't available to us yet. So here I'm going to hire and do a refresh, see if we can get a spell. So we got an entangle spell, not really what I was looking for. It teaches the entangle spell. I think we're going to pass on that one and see if it's almost ready to, oh, it refreshed it. How much is another refresh? I'm going to do it again. Darn. I don't think I've ever seen an amulet of criticals. All right, we're just going to let it churn for a little bit. Unfortunately, this is bad. What can I do here? Maybe add some weaponry. Let's do that, and we're going to get some people dying here because this is a lot of tough stuff out here. This druid's almost dead. Yeah, so a druid fell. Move this druid over here so it can cover everything. But these centaurs and these satyrs are really rough, unfortunately, and I don't have any money to recover from it. So we might have met our maker there, unless they're just really good at taking out druids. But you see, I was hoping to get some of these classes. Do I have to push something to make it happen? I don't think so. Oh, yeah, I have to click on him. Look at that. Yeah. So he turned into an assassin. He's now an assassin. Okay. I didn't realize that when the yellow bar is full, you click on them. So he's good. All of those are good. So the brawler turned into a silent or a boxer. And then the swashbucklers turned into a trickster. And then these guys are assassins. Okay. So yellow bar means they're full up on their ascendancy or their sorry, I'm trying to figure out something to replace these guys with. Let's get another mercenary. You can also look at their stats and stuff. We get something that's just going to start dealing some more damage here. Now this guy's rough. So I don't know if this party's going to make it through, but we'll see. I've never had this many ascendant folks, so maybe I do make it through this. The clerics can pull off some timely heals. It looks like everybody's doing pretty good. And you see we've progressed to the ferocious red. Oh, we healed a little bit. Interesting. I wonder if it's these guys healing. Okay, big guy's dead. So we're going to get another idol. Heroes' physical attack inflict poison, but all heroes become weak to poison. 20% extra XP, but lose 20% defense and MDF. I'm not sure what MDF is. Heroes' stats increase by 20%, but they take damage over time. I'm going to go with this idol of poison. Okay, lots of stuff coming at us. Do we have a spell? Heal spell. Okay, I'll take the heal spell just so we have a spell, and then we'll kind of churn there. I don't think anybody needs it. The heal, you click on it, and then you can have your little, you know, icon here tell you, who needs some healing or whatnot. No one needs healing at the moment. Then this is your mana, so it'll tell you how much mana you have, how much it costs. You can cast 2 heals at full mana, but then you regenerate your mana too. So you can generally cast about 3 at the same time. I'm gonna grab another wizard. They end up. Oh well, I don't have enough money. It's like, yeah, just come work for me, but I don't have enough money for you yet. There's a lot of stuff at me, so I'm gonna go and do a heal here just to kind of get our mana going again. So our mana will start to regen. I think you can just hover over it and see what it is. So we're at 1411. Back dudes are doing okay. We can't buy anything till we get about 1100-ish. Oh no, cleric fell. Yikes. Heal. Yikes. Was checking out other stuff and did not see that, unfortunately. We don't have anybody else with a yellow bar. Yeah, we got a lot of dudes out here. All right, I'm gonna do a hire. Yeah, I'm gonna hire this wizard. Kind of down here. Wizards I just kind of put in the corners and have them do their thing. That's now that big hail of arrows is from the ranger that you see back here. The ranger? Yeah, he's still a ranger. So the rangers get that. It's very hard to monitor. If I had one complaint, it's very hard to monitor how many ship points everybody has. But I think they're doing this on purpose to kind of mix up the game a little bit, make it more difficult. I could use another cleric, that's for sure. I'm going to refresh early and look for a cleric. Fortunately, no cleric. This is a consumable, right? All right, I'm going to go ahead and purchase this and throw it up here. And when someone's about to die, it'll heal and then heal everybody else too. So I kind of got a backup healer up here if it does what it reads to do. So I have 18 folks here. So we're at 977. Now he's getting low. That divine intervention from that one cleric is really helping out. It sucks that one of my clerics died. Kind of blows. But this is a pretty good run so far. I think the mix of these classes and getting these guys to kind of upgrade to their ascendancy class is pretty cool. Perform ascension. Sure. Choose 2 unique heroes. Okay, I'm going to choose a brawler and an assassin. Ascend. What's this do? A shadow contender. Interesting. I've never seen this before. Hopefully he's pretty badass. Let's see. All right, well, let's go up here and see what this one can do. It seems kind of blocked. I'm going to put him up front. Oh, sorry. Where'd you go? Oh, he's up front now. All right, well, let's heal some. So it looks like a bunch of people are hurt. Let's do some hiring. So let's get another brawler, and I'm gonna do a proof staves. Interesting. Not seen that before. So another brawler. I'm gonna put a brawler up front and see how he does. Really would love to get some more clerics, and then these guys are getting beat up. This poor wizard. Put him more in the middle. I'm not sure if it matters like what kind of row. I'll say columns and rows. So think of a spreadsheet here. So I usually put these distance classes right in the first column here. But I'm not sure if the rows matter. Like, I'm not sure if this guy is more prone to attack somebody that's right here or not. I haven't really seen that yet. So I need some heals here, I think. Let's do that. Let's look at hiring. I can hire another wizard. I think I'm gonna go early here. See what we got. I'd love another cleric, but let's grab a ranger maybe. Now, things get more expensive as you move along. You see how much things are now. So I'm up at the 19 folks. So I'm gonna throw the ranger here. Now, it typically gives you characters that are about the same level. So this guy is level 95. The guy that I've had forever is also, what, level 105. So within like 10 levels isn't too bad. Not super duper strong. Now this guy's looking to ascend. You see this? Look at this brawler. He's looking to ascend as well. Can I click on him yet? Almost. That's interesting that there's certain class. Yeah, so now he's the boxer. Yeah. Okay. So it's interesting. I might try to prioritize brawlers, rogues. Oh, my bard just died. Oh no. Yeah, we're getting to the point where once your party starts dying, they typically start dying pretty quickly. So I can't really buy anything. So it is what it is at this point. Let's heal. We'll look to try and just keep our guys alive if we can with some heals. He died before the heal hit. Yeah, once you start going downhill, you go downhill pretty fast. I can hire one other dude here soon. But I think we're at the end of the line on this run. Yeah. And the screen kind of moves and shakes around too. So it doesn't help that when you're trying to actually, get anything moving along here. So I'm going to throw the brawler up here. We did clear that wave. But once things start dying, I don't know if there's really a recovery from it. We'll see. Because I lost 6 characters, really 7, because I brought one new one in. But I am accumulating some more gems. So I do think this is a pretty good concept. I'm excited to see what I'm just kind of going to let my guys die. It's to the point now where it's not going to happen. At a certain point, once you start seeing multiple guys dying, it's pretty much over. But pretty good run. I think that's the farthest I've gotten, 69 waves. Or it does wave reach, so 70. Ashwarden's voice. So this, he had 1,258 assists, so he's most valuable. I do like how it calls out the characters and tells you kind of what they've done. Look at battle stats for the characters. You can kind of see, what each of these characters ended up doing. That's kind of cool. And then I'm going to go to the skill tree. I've got 1,500 points. I'm going to see how far I can make it down here. So this one gives all heroes get 10% boost to Constitution, which I assume does hit points. So this is 500, 1,000, 1,000. Oh, I can't even get it. Okay, that kind of stinks. It's not in the demo. It is a demo though, so I'm not gonna complain too much. So I'm going to change where I focus. I should read all the words first. I was so entranced by the Guardian, I just was like, I'm just going to do that. I can get a knight, so I'm probably going to go that way. Let's see if we can get as far as we can here. Okay. Well, I really only wasted 500 here, and it's not really a waste because these are your heroes bonuses. So the knight is something interesting. I also saw a barbarian up here. I thought that would be pretty cool. So I definitely am going to try this again. I like the skill tree. I really liked the different mechanics in the game. You see load adventures, so I think there's some sort of an adventure setting that they have going on in addition to just selecting your your different environment. I assume the environments will have different enemies, which it certainly appears like it does. And there's quite a few environments. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, of course. And then there's this daily run. I'm not sure what the daily run is, but it looks like they'll have a leaderboard, stat modifiers, difficulty starts at a certain point. But the party select and stuff is pretty cool. There's quite a lot of different characters to start with, and I could see them adding more and more and more and more and more, and this could be quite extensive. And also, I've not, there's these synergy classes like the rogue who synergizes with the duelist, and they end up, promoting the rogues into assassins. And then the swashbuckler ended up turning into the what did he turn into? I forget what the name of it was, but they kind of ascended on their own. So I think these are synergy classes, and this is an ascendancy. But I didn't see anywhere where it says you. Oh, here it is. Got it. So learn synergy from the bard. Okay, so that bard being out with the swashbuckler did that. Okay. The brawler learned from the mercenary. Interesting. So you kind of got to pay attention to, the different classes that you're putting out. I haven't seen these other ones. I probably don't have their synergies unlocked yet. So duelist, bard. Yeah, interesting. So it's got a lot of interesting concepts going on. The graphics are fun. They're in. It's pretty quick. You don't have to devote hours and hours and hours to a run, at least yet. So I would say check it out. I like what they got going on here. It's kind of tower defense-ish. Your party is your tower. You're kind of defending it against those waves of enemies. And maybe the adventures will have you doing different things, because I could see with the way you have placements, you could be defending a keep, right? So you have a keep wall, and that wall, you might want to start off with more characters who could do range, and the walls kind of doing your tanking, and then eventually the door gets broken down and you got characters standing here. That'd be kind of cool to have different things that you do within a game that's kind of, auto fight. But I'd say check it out. Legionbound demo. It's free right now. It's fun. At least I had fun with it. Check it out and see what you think. Leave a comment. Let me know how it went for you. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I very much appreciate all of that. Take care, everybody. Hope you're having a good one.